little Dunkin's coffee, you know. Gotta say it, real Bostonian. Dunkin's coffee.
Yeah.
Um, so I was a little offended last time because you didn't ask me how I drink my coffee, bro. You know.
Oh,
So
how do you drink your?
I'm just gonna tell you, you know, since you asked, you know. So I usually do a iced caramel coffee with almond milk. You know.
Yeah.
I try not to do the whole milk. You know, it gets me real gassy, so I just try to stay away.
Yeah, I do the when I do the Dunkins, I do the iced caramel coffee with cream, no sugar.
With cream, no sugar. Oh, so
Yeah, I like
you
to
mess with
taste
that heavy
the
the heavy
roast of
whip,
the bean.
the heavy whip.
I used to get it with a lot of sugar, but then I was like, man, it's real sweet, like with the caramel and the sugar. So I was like, I can't do that. It's like diabetes in a cup, man. It's like,
Yeah, that's why I just do a little caramel swirl with the almond milk. I don't even put anything else, just for the taste, just for the flavor.
that's
You know?
fancy, bro. She
It's a little
fancy,
bitter,
huh?
but
She
it's
fancy,
cool.
huh?
Man, you know, gotta gotta change up when you hit a little mid age. You know,
Yeah. I see you
you
got the
gotta stop
stash
all
going.
that.
I'm trying to grow mine too.
Yeah, just trying to have the dad look. You know,
Yeah.
hey, siéntate. You know, sit down. You know.
Yo, there's so many things. You gotta get a TikTok or like check it out. But there was this dude like he throws a chancleta at his kid. He's like the chancleta never misses. The kid's real far, like down the hallway. You hear the chancleta and it hits the kid in the back of the head. He's like
What is it, like a comedy? Like a comedy?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things on TikTok. Comedy, current events, things like that. You know, it's just like a YouTube mixed with Instagram kind of.
Yeah. I gotta get this mic positioned correctly. You know,
Yeah.
it's a work in progress. You know, but I think we're definitely getting closer to what we want to accomplish with this setup in the podcast. You know,
For sure, yeah.
it's probably just because we're we're far apart, so we're kind of doing the whole video call. You know,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But
Setup's a little
I
different
feel
from if
like,
you were, in person doing it.
oh yeah, for sure. You know,
It's a little harder because a lot of like, there's always going to be technical difficulties depending on the Wi-Fi or if it's syncing correctly. Sometimes like you can be delayed or I can be ahead on the audio and things like that's gonna
yeah,
happen.
for sure. And you know, if anybody's interested on how we're doing this, feel free to comment down below. I mean, and we could just kind of share what we use. You know, I think that's it's something that, you know, it's good to spread the knowledge. It's just hard when, cause some people probably want to do it, but they don't know how to do it or what to start. You know,
Yeah.
and we kind of just have figured that out as we go. You know, whether it's like watching videos or tutorials and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, for sure. You know, um, the last video, you know, was doing pretty good. Got to shout out a lot of people that we knew, so that was cool.
Yeah, there'll be more shout outs for sure coming up. We just want to make sure that we're hitting the right topics and shouting them out in the right place, not just like, random shout outs, even though that's cool too and it's all love. But I just want to make sure people know who we're shouting out and what they do,
Right, right.
things like that.
And we definitely got some positive feedback, you know, which was good. It was encouraging, you
Hmm.
know, so that was good.
Yeah, man,
You
it
know?
definitely shows that they're liking it. So, I mean, as long as
Right.
you guys like it, we'll keep doing the content. We'll keep creating. And that's, we love what we're doing right
Yeah.
now. And I think that's important. And as much as you guys love it. So, it goes hand in
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I
I
wanted
had
to
to.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The first thing I wanted to do was just remember all the fallen troops from September 11th, because I know that was yesterday. So I
Amen,
wanted to
brother.
make sure that we give them a moment of silence. So I just want to do like 30 seconds and just kind of reflect and give
Yeah.
them a moment of silence. So, moment of silence for the fallen troops in 9/11.
Amen.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, everybody.
Yeah, rest in peace to all those unsung heroes, the fallen heroes of troops, and all those loved ones that people lost, on that tragic day.
Yeah. And
That's crazy. 20 years ago,
yep, all the heroes
20 years ago.
that have fought for our freedom, man. I think that's important. A lot of people take that for granted, but they're out there doing
Yeah.
the dirty work while we're here doing podcasts and
Yeah, and having that freedom to do the things that we do.
Exactly.
And it's true. We do take it for granted. A lot of us do, a lot of people are just very ungrateful, but you got to be grateful for those things because, what if it was you doing it, You get me?
Yeah. Mad respect, though. Mad respect to all the troops out there still doing it, and all the fallen troops and all the injured troops that, fought for our freedom. So mad respect. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for us and our country.
That's right, brother. That's right. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
I actually did put a little segment, a little minute of, I also did the moment of silence and just gave a little message on the vlog episode that's coming out this week.
Oh, nice.
For Thursday.
Oh, for the QMP vlog series you're talking about. Yours.
Yeah, the QMP vlog series.
And that's coming out when? Thursday? Thursday at...
Thursdays. Thursdays at 7.
Thursdays at 7. It used to be 6, guys, but now it's 7.
Yeah, it used to be 6. Now it's 7 just because not only does it give, people a little bit time to get home, after work, if they work the 9 to 5s. And it also gives me a little bit more time to kind of just double check everything,
Right. Make sure everything's on point. It's perfect.
Yeah. Anything I missed, I have time to, go back and fix it or re-export it or re-upload it. I mean, and it works for me,
Yeah, I've really been enjoying those. They're really good, man. It started off
Thank you, man.
The quality not so good, but you could see the growth, like for sure. Like you've been growing, and it's awesome just to see it, man. Like the creative side and everything. It's great.
Yeah, it's been what, like a year now?
A year now, yeah, and it's already like
it's been like a year. Consistent.
It's legit, consistent, and it shows you a lot, like a lot of behind the scenes of what happens and how you build the beat. And I was really I like that 5-minute challenge you did. That was cool. I got to do that.
Oh yeah, thanks.
That
man.
was dope. It was like a whole all one shot, and I'm like, okay, so you can see he's not editing. For people out there who are doubting, that was a straight up 5-minute beat right there. So
yeah, it's 5 minutes.
If you guys,
I mean, and we've always done them like that. If you think about it, like just because we love to do it, so it's like something that we just do. You know? It's like, oh man, we did this so fast. And, and then from there you build it, right? You have the idea down, concrete idea, and then you build it. But that was definitely fun. It's a lot of producers have been doing it on YouTube.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, this might be something cool to incorporate to the channel. The 5-minute beat challenge. I always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like, can I really? Under the pressure of the 5-minute timer.
Yeah, you could see you were under pressure. You could see I was like, oh, he's not
going
to do it. He's not going to do it.
It's like, I got to add this. Quick, go.
No, it was good. It was good. It was a banger, too. Like, I was surprised. I was doubting. I was like, nah, it's not going to be a banger. It's not. And then it was. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay, fella.
I really want to see you do it though next.
Yeah, I'll do it. I just
like,
gotta prepare
off.
myself. I can't do it like you. It's like
you gotta top it off and be like, yeah, I heard that. I heard that my brother Fela. I heard that my brother Fela was doing a 5-minute beat challenge. Let's top it off. That ain't nothing. Check this out.
No, for sure. I'm gonna do something.
And just talk crap. It's cool. It's all love.
I mean, we've always been like that. It's always been a competitive love relationship with us, where it's been like, I did this. What can you do? And I think that's helped us grow.
Yeah,
that's helped us grow as producers, as beat makers, as songwriters, as anything. Because it was always like trying to one up each other, and then sometimes you can't. And
every
it's like,
time.
damn, like he got that one, but the next time, I got you.
Right. And it's always like a learning experience every time we did stuff in the studio together. Yeah. If I learned how to do something, yo, check this out. Check out what I learned. Or if you heard it in a beat, yo, how'd you do that? Oh, I could teach you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we think and we expect that we know what the other person knows. You get me?
Right, yeah.
So it's like, oh, I already expect you to know what I know. But in reality, it's like, maybe you don't. So let me show you. And vice versa, you show me,
Right, and
which is cool.
that's respect, man, because it's like I remember when we first started making beats, I wasn't really that into it, and you kind of got me into
Wow.
it because it was the competition. Like, look what I did, and you can't even do this, and I was like, oh yeah, and then I started making some
Yeah.
funky beats, you know.
Well,
You remember the first tag you had? It was like A-Dog Productions. You remember?
A Dog. Oh my God, I went through so many different
So did I.
little
Remember Baby
names.
E?
Oh my God.
EAE.
Yo, I went through so many different names, bro. It's crazy.
Baby E.
Beast
Wow.
Beats, A Dog. I went to Young Torch.
Young
I wanted
Torch.
because of the Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne era.
Yeah.
Then I went to Young Fella Flames, because
Hmm.
the whole rap thing, everything I did was fire in my mind, flames, flames,
Yeah.
and maybe the whole Waka Flocka Flame era,
Hmm.
and then it just went to uh, Young Fella, and now it's just Fela, because of the reggaeton.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing when I say Fela,
Yeah.
on the reggaeton stuff. But yeah, it's just Fela, and that's cool.
Yeah. I went from a lot of changes. I think I started with Baby E because I was the youngest one of the group of EAE. When we first started rapping, it was like
EAE.
EAE,
Wow.
baby. And it's standing for Eli, Abner, and Abner.
Baby. Right.
When we first started, our cousin was involved when we first started making music and, at the beginning. And then so from there, it went from Baby E, and then it went from Baby E to Young E. And I had that one for a while. I even had a jersey, too. I could show you on a
Young
different
E,
podcast.
yes.
Young E.
In the Puerto Rican festival.
Yep, and that's what we performed. They're like, Dale mami, no puedo perderte.
Yo te quiero
Oye,
ver,
mami.
mira mami, yo te quiero conocer, mira mami.
Yeah, they're catchy. You still remember. And then after that, I think I just changed it to EJV. And it was like that for a long time. And now, recently, I've changed it again to Kalo Valdes.
Yeah, I mean,
And
before you dig into the Caleb Valdes,
yeah,
I had this in my mind when we used to make beats in the Boys and Girls Club with it was Matt Dyer that showed me that one of the computers had FL Studio,
Oh,
and
yeah?
that's what made me want FL Studio.
Shout out to Matt
And
Dyer.
Yeah, shout out to Matt Dyer for introducing me to FL Studio in the basement with the computers where people used to like study and stuff.
Yeah,
He's like, "Yo, check this out. You can make beats." And I was like, "Yo," I fell in love with it from there.
nice.
And then we got a little computer. It was a beat down computer, the first computer like when you had to like plug in the internet.
Yeah, the tower
to
ones,
make
the
everything
big
work.
white ones, Microsoft.
The dinosaurs,
Yeah.
And we would just go back and forth on that. Just making beats. FL Studio 4, was it? Or
5, I think.
FL5. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, 5. Now they got even.
It's been a
now
journey,
they got
man.
20. So
Now they got 20. That's the one we're using right now, 20.
so shout out to Matt Dyer. We used to call him the White Escalade back in
The White
in the
Escalade.
Boys and Girls Club.
And the boys
He
club
had the
days.
handles, had the layups, not too much of the shot, but sometimes
Yeah.
he hit a
He was a big
three-pointer
man.
in
He
there.
was a big force down low.
Yeah, he'd hit a 3-pointer, be like, "Oh, Matt Dyer."
Yo, those boys club days.
White Escalade,
that
baby.
was fun, man.
Shout out.
Back in the day. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
man.
was thinking
Wow.
about it. We're talking about
That's
the
cool.
Boys and Girls Club. What was the most points you had playing in the Boys and Girls Club? How many points?
Close to 50. at one
50?
time.
I had 50 once.
I feel like you beat me. Yeah, you did beat me with that buzzer beater. You actually beat me in my own game to go to the championship.
I always felt like I had
remember.
something to prove, though. Because you were the
Yeah.
older twin, so I'm like, I got to beat this dude. I got to,
I've always given you shit for that, huh? Hey, I'm older, and it's only like 5 minutes.
Well, you know what it was? It was all the trophies you had. Because
Oh yeah.
in A, not
I was very
AAU, what's it
competitive.
called? What was the other league? YBA. In YBA, you had way
YBA,
more trophies
yeah,
than
yeah.
I did because my team was garbage, bro. My team was garbage. And they were
Yeah.
trying to trade me to your team. And then my coach was like, nah, come on. We're going to get a good player. And we got a scrub, man. We got a scrub that year. and we lost. You guys always went to the championship and the playoff, and I was like, fuck this team. Like I didn't, you know.
There were definitely some fun times, man.
Yeah.
The boys club days. Yeah, the most I think I hit was 50. You know, we used to kill it. You know,
Yeah. If you know, you
people
know.
either used to.
Don't hate.
People used
If you
to
know,
either
you know. You
hate.
know, you used to get torched. You used to get torched, and that's it, man.
They used to call you scissors on the court.
Scissors, yeah.
Scissors.
Yeah, I used to
Cutting
cross
up.
people up all the time.
Fun times,
But
huh?
we were good. We were good, man, at what we did. It's a lot of fun times. And that's just part of growing up. And then you get older and you don't have the same passion for it anymore. You know,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
things change, you know.
Yeah. But it was fun, and just thinking about it. I give people crap all the time when I see them. You remember when I used to cross you up and they're like, shut up, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, people
If I
used to
ever
either
see it.
hate playing against us or love playing with us, you know?
Oh, they hated
Like,
playing.
nah, I don't want to play.
They hated playing
Come on,
against
man.
both of us. Remember we were in the same team? They were like, I don't want to play.
Yeah. Man. Fun times, though.
Yeah, fun times, man. But yeah, so
And then the last time I played with people, man, I suck. I am not the same
Oh, yeah.
basketball player I used to be. Just outside, just a mid-range shooter now.
I think
I don't even drive.
for me, it's more of like I get fatigued quick. It's the
Yeah.
cardio. I'm not used
Haven't
to that.
done it
running.
in a while.
We used to run we used to play from like 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. all day, bro.
And ride bikes everywhere.
Ride bikes before the games. If we didn't have a ride, we'd run before the games to get there. And we lived kind of far from the Boys and Girls Club. Must have been like what,
Yeah.
5 miles maybe a little less.
Yeah, maybe close to like 3 miles, but like maybe like 15, 20-minute walking. Maybe a little more.
Yeah,
All the way from Crescent Street, bro.
it's pretty far, man.
Crescent Street all the way to like near the McDonald's, near Charles Street.
Yeah, man. And then we used
That's
to get
far.
McDonald's after every game. Remember that?
McDonald's after every game
The McDoubles
when
with
we
the
didn't-
McChickens.
when we didn't gain weight.
That was life, bro. Back then, it was like, oh, we're going to McDonald's.
We were toothpicks. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. We didn't gain nothing. We would eat whatever.
The 555 domino deals.
Oh, you remember those?
555, the thin crust pizzas. Man.
Chicken and bacon. You're making
Chicken
me
and
hungry
bacon,
right here.
baby.
Is it lunchtime yet?
Now, if you ask me, man, it's like, hey, what'd you have for breakfast? I had a little, protein
Activia
bar,
yogurt.
some fruits, some Activia yogurt. Like, what? That ain't. That's not the same
A
guy.
16-year-old dude would slap you up and say, eat a
I know, right?
cheeseburger.
Like, what you eating?
No, this morning, I just
Take
see
this
like simple
McDouble.
things like
Take this
cereal.
McDouble with extra pickles to the face. the younger me. Like, whoa, man, easy.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, going back to the Kalo Valdes, the reason why I changed that to Kalo
Yeah.
Valdes was our dad passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to our father. Even though, he wasn't always there growing up.
Right.
I still have love for the dude.
He was
know?
absent. Yeah.
He's our father. The Bible says, honor your father and your mother. So I think that had a spiritual kind of change in me where it was like, okay, I want to honor my father in a way, even though he wasn't there, but I still have love and respect for him, So that's why I did Kalo Valdes, because Kalo is my father's last name, and Valdes is my mother's last name. So that's the reason why I changed it to that.
Yeah, and that's, I gave you shit for it,
Yeah.
And it's not because it's not because I have anything against, my dad that passed away. I never, held resentment for anything that has happened. I kind of just understood it for what it was,
Yeah.
We grew up with a loving mother, and a loving, I call him my pops, a loving dad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you may know him as Papo or Samuel, And to me, that was my dad,
Yeah.
growing up. No matter what, Either I call him Papo or Pops. Now I call him Pops,
He was
It's
there.
a better relationship.
He was
now.
there when we were little growing up, and he went to every game, supported us.
Recorded everything,
Yeah. Maybe
me-
wasn't as loving
me,
as
yeah.
we wanted him to be, where it was like, hey, I'm proud of you or I love you. But maybe that has
Right.
to do with how he grew up, you know. And I was like
Right.
growing up, I was like, man, why isn't what my mom says this and not him? And I understand now that I'm older. I'm like, it's how you're raised as a person, you
Right.
know. So
Right.
if his father didn't show him that, then he's not gonna show us that, you know.
Plus, he was just trying to raise us to be tough too,
Yeah,
in a
definitely.
way, in his own way,
Yeah,
And I mean, we definitely were tough, We grew up tough.
yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
But I appreciate everything, and I
Mhm.
hold no resentment for that. And I understand he was my biological father, and you got to take it for what it was, the reality of it all,
Yeah, and I feel the same way you
and
feel, man, honestly. And I think that's why we didn't go to the funeral, you know? I
yeah,
think
I
that's why,
mean,
because I felt it's not resentment, it's just like I didn't really know him like that, you know?
yeah,
And I wish I would have known
there
him
was no
more. And
relationship.
I think before he passed away, I was trying to kind of fix that relationship, you know, but then he got
Yeah,
sick, and so it was just bad timing, and it was late, you know? It was late. But I think
yeah,
in a father and son relationship, it needs to go both ways, or it's not gonna work. You know?
yeah, and I mean, to emphasize on that, I
Yeah.
feel like as you're growing up, right? I feel like it's a father's job to look for his children.
Yeah, for sure.
Because no matter what, you're going to want to look for your dad.
Yeah.
But after a while, after you keep trying and trying to look for him, and you get no response back or no communication back, well, you just kind of give up. It's like, well, I have a dad already.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just trying to build that relationship with our biological father. And that's something that
Yeah.
we didn't understand as kids growing up. We were kind of like, man, why is it so distant? It's like, I mean, that's how maybe he wanted it to be. Maybe it was less painful for him.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also have to keep in mind how was his father with him, because I met his father one time, and he brought me over. He's like, "Hey, this is my son. I wanted you to meet him. I don't think you were there." And then his
Okay.
dad was like, "What are you doing
Puerto
here?
Rico?
Whatever, get out of here. Like, I don't want to see you." Like that, straight up. And I got scared. I remember I was little. I got scared, and I put my foot inside of these like this heated ant hill, because they used to
Oh,
burn them,
I think I might have
and I
been
got hurt.
there and you burnt your foot on the fire. I was playing outside.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah, I didn't want to go over there. I think I waved at the old man from far away.
Oh, what I went with him, and I was up close, and I heard him say that, but in Spanish, like, "What are you doing here? Get out of here. I don't want to see you. I really don't care. You know, I want nothing to do
Yeah,
with you."
yeah, yeah.
Type stuff like that, and I think maybe that was how his dad was, and so not to
Right.
make any excuses, but maybe that's how he didn't know how to, like, how to show that love and that care for somebody, and maybe it scared him. You never know what people go through. I mean, he also did a lot
Right.
of things he wasn't supposed to, you know.
Right.
He was heavy in drugs and stuff like that, and I think that probably had a big part to do with why he wasn't around as well, you know.
You know what though, and you have to be when you talk about things, you have to give the facts. You have to be real about it.
Yeah.
Some people might get offended. Some people might be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be saying that on air." But in reality, who cares? You got to kind of air out all the dirt. It is what it is,
Yeah.
right? We're all adults here. We're not little kids trying to hide, what people do behind closed doors. Like, hey, put it out in the open. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Just to
no one's
emphasize on that
perfect,
point.
man, and we all have
Right.
our own demons and things that we do behind the scenes that no one knows. And I'm not trying to put him out there, but I'm just trying to explain to you
Right.
guys kind of how our point of view and what we saw, you know,
Right.
growing up.
Right.
So you guys kind of get the
Yeah,
picture.
man. Yeah, and it wasn't I think we were better off without him. You get me?
Yeah.
In the sense of like a loving parent, a supporting parent, somebody that's there for you all the time, somebody that looks for you and stuff like that. Cuz I mean, the f- the fact of the matter really is that he wasn't the best. And like
Yeah.
you said, maybe it did have something to do with his past and how he was raised. And it also didn't help our mother at all cuz he was very abusive.
Yeah.
So that's something that I thank God that is kind of like a curtain that you kind of what was happening, but you don't really remember every detail. You get me?
Yeah.
Just
Because
bits and pieces of it.
there's probably things that happen with them too that we never saying? Or
Right.
we were little kids. They're
Right.
trying to protect us, and it just sometimes it just comes, it bursts out like a volcano, bro. Where it's like the anger
Yeah.
comes out, and I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how their relationship was, but honestly, I wouldn't change anything that happened in my life. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't
Yeah.
change not him not being around. I wouldn't change having my stepdad. I wouldn't change my mom and what she went through, because everything happens for a
Right.
reason, and we're the men that we are today because of those, things that we went through, and we've overcome them. And
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was
It
definitely
definitely.
hard growing up though without a dad and getting that advice, and I think our stepdad didn't really know how to like, hey, shave or use deodorant or, you
I
know.
think it was all new to him too. You know.
Of
It
course,
was all
yeah,
new
of
to him.
course,
You know.
yeah. Oh, for sure,
He
yeah,
was there. He's been there for us for everything, though. For everything.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
He
But
was
maybe
there
we
for our
didn't
birth
ask
too,
either. We
I
didn't ask
believe.
questions, because we were kind of timid and, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's that uncomfortability, I guess you could say, in a way, right?
Yeah.
But then you grow up and you get
Um.
older and you're like, oh, you know what? It's not so bad. He's cool, I could talk to him like he's my friend. He listens,
Right.
regardless of
Right.
whatever's going on in his life and my mom's life. I mean, he's there. I saw him there for every game. He tried, and that's all that matters at the end of the day is you trying to be there for your kids, you know. You
Yes.
trying.
I
That's
agree
all
with
that it
that.
is you try your hardest. And as long as your kids see the effort, and I think they'll appreciate it when they get older. And I definitely
Right.
appreciated that because it sucks sometimes looking out in the bleachers and not seeing like that support, and it kind of didn't even
Yeah.
want to make you do it anymore. Like, man, why am I even doing this? Like, no one's cheering for me and stuff. When you're a little kid, you want that, like, yeah, good
Right.
job. But,
Right.
yeah, you know, it's
It
life.
definitely molded us, though. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I can say looking at you, and I'm not saying this because I'm biased or you're my brother or anything, but you turned out to be a great man.
I try, man. I,
Not a
I
good
try every
man.
day. Thank you.
You know. Not
Thanks,
a
man.
good man. In my eyes, you turned out to be a great man.
Thanks, man.
And that's something positive. You made it through the BS.
Hmm.
A lot of our our the people, I guess you could say, the people on the block don't make it past 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you see, violence, gunshot, and thanks to God, we weren't involved with anything crazy, or too crazy,
Yeah.
So we made it. We made it out,
A lot of people can't
and
say
that's what
that. A lot of
matters.
families can't say that. Losing their brothers or sisters or mothers, fathers, whatever. Due to like violence and the environment that you grew up in.
Right.
Luckily in Waltham where we grew up, it wasn't too bad, but there was a lot of bad though. Even then, like even though it's like a nice suburban town or whatever, it was still a lot of bad.
Yeah, I
Growing
mean,
up.
every place is gonna have bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, you know, and Boston too.
Mhm.
When we lived in Boston
Because we did
all
live in
those
Boston
years.
for a long time too, as well. Yep.
Yeah, a long time. So and yeah, man. I mean, I'm glad to see the men that we've become.
Yeah.
And I'm happy we made it out because I could be here, or you could be here not having me, or I could be here not having you. We could
Right,
both
or
be
worse, like in a wheelchair, or like not being able to move, and still having that person, but
right,
not having that person. So it's kind of like you're seeing them suffering.
right,
So,
right.
and I'm glad, I'm proud, and I'm glad that you've become a great man too, man. And I didn't say that
Thank
when
you,
you
man.
said it earlier, and I know you're my brother, and it makes me happy to see you with your kids, and
Right.
I enjoy it as much as I know you're enjoying it, and I enjoy it, seeing it. So I can just imagine you, how much joy
Yeah,
and
man. It's
happiness it
it's
brings you.
it's beautiful, man. I love my kids.
Yeah, it is a
It's
beautiful thing.
beautiful. It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
One thing I can say, and a lot of people probably know this, it's just be ready to have kids. Like I was ready.
Yeah.
I was mentally ready. Economically ready. Everything ready. You know, and I did it. We did it. Me and my wife, or I call her my wife because in God's eyes, I feel like that's my wife, even though we're not legally married yet. But that is the goal, right?
Yeah.
Um, and that's how it is in Hispanic households, right? You've been with somebody for so long, and you have kids. Oh, that's my wife, right? that's just how it goes. You know.
And I think honestly,
Um,
society kind of messes all that up because even though you guys aren't, let's say, quote quote, married, you guys
Legally,
have been
right?
living in the same house. You guys have been loyal, committed in a relationship.
Right.
Now you have kids and your love's growing, right? And you see it. So it is a
Right.
marriage. It's just not quote quote
Legal.
right like the society says, oh, you guys aren't married. It's like, no, you guys are. But you know.
Right.
And I think it's always been. I think society puts so much pressure on marriage and marriage and marriage, but it's always been like that. But I think it's about two people, right? How you feel,
Right.
how she feels,
Right.
and how the love grows. And I think that's important because back in the day, like thinking, right, was there even like a marriage? No, it was just a word of commitment, like I love you. When you say that to somebody,
Right.
you're basically committing, right,
Right. We
yourself.
jumped the broom. In other
Right,
words,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Hey, made it over the other side. In other words,
I
right?
think society just, ruins everything, to be honest.
Yeah, damages a lot of things. Like this is what you're supposed to do. This is what it's
Supposed to,
supposed to
exactly.
look like. It's like, well, not all of us are there yet.
Yeah.
you know. So
Exactly.
chill the fuck
Exactly.
out. You know.
Mhm.
I know this might sound backwards, but I feel like once you find somebody that you love and want to share your life with, that's what should matter. You know.
Yeah.
And like in Hispanic households, you have a family, you have kids, you're married, bro. You know.
Mhm.
And to me, I know it costs a lot for a wedding, right? You have experience in this.
Yeah.
You done it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know, so
expensive.
I'd rather put that money towards purchasing a home, you get me? Instead of that right now.
Yeah,
And then when we can, that might be secondary. That's just my opinion the way I look at it because
for
it's
sure.
like yeah, we can just go to the court. Go get married tomorrow
Right.
legally, you get me?
Financial
But if you
financial
want to do it
priorities,
right,
bro. You know?
right, exactly. You know, that's all it is. You
Yeah.
know, everybody sees it different. They're in different situations. Maybe people don't have kids, so they're like, well, maybe it's better for us to get married first and then build a family and then
Yeah.
get the home. You
And
know,
that's why you see a lot of
but
older people getting married. I've seen that too. I've seen like 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds getting married because they've lived their life. And, it's
right,
sometimes it's so complicated because, like, you get with somebody, a woman or whatever, and then it's a divorce, regardless of him or her divorcing because of, greedy or selfish situations that they're dealing with. And then you're dealing with all that drama with the kids and everything and, like, the lawyers. And
right,
it's just a big mess. And a lot of
yes,
people, because they've seen that, are scared are scared to that commitment of marriage and doing it through the books or like quote quote how you say because of that. And I think that has a lot of part to do
right,
with it too, because you want to be with somebody who wants to be with you, not be with
right,
you because of financial status
right.
or green cards, or you know what I'm saying. And some people will play
Yeah.
that game, and that's the unfortunate
Unfortunately, that's the
reality.
sad world that we live in.
Yeah,
You know,
you know.
there's no meter, right? There's no like
Right.
actual meter, physical meter that says I can trust this person. You're just kind of putting it all out there,
You put it on the
like, hey,
table.
I'm trusting you.
Yeah.
You know, you trust me too. But it's like, it's hard,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it doesn't pan out that way for some people.
Yeah.
And you really just have to get to really know a person. You know,
Exactly. Yep.
get to know the person. That's what it's really about. Don't rush into anything. You know.
Mhm.
And when you know, you know, When
Yeah.
you know, you'll know.
Like
That's it.
with me and my wife, it took a while for us to like say, "Hey, I think we should get married." It took a while,
Right.
you know? It wasn't like overnight. Like, of course I knew I loved her and I knew I was committed to her, but and you know this, like when you live with somebody, right? There's certain things, there's new things that you're going to experience. Her habits, your habits, how
Right.
you live, how you like to live, and that's all part of the process, right? You get to learn and experience that, and kind of there's boundaries, right? Now there's boundaries,
Yeah.
because you live together, you need your space, and it's all, it all works its way out if you're willing to work at it, and if you're not, then that's how you know as well too, you know.
Right. I believe that a lot of it has to do with communication.
Of course.
Nobody reads your mind, right?
Yeah.
If you want something done or if you need something from me, communicate it to me, right? It's as
Right.
easy as that.
Right.
You're in a relationship to help each other, to grow each other, help each other build.
Hmm.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, let me hold you down." And I disagree with that. To me it's more like, "Oh, let me hold you up, Let me pick you up."
That's a good way
You
to
know?
looking at it.
Because people are like, oh, I'm going to hold you down. It's like, why you want to hold somebody down? You know, think about what you're saying, you know. Help them up, you know.
Yeah, help them become
Financially, if
a
they
better
need it.
person every day. You know.
Right. Always be 100% of yourself, you know, coming into any relationship. Be 100% of yourself and the other person 100% of themselves. And that's 200%. You're building an empire, a kingdom, you know, with your family.
Yeah, and I think
So,
it's harder as like when you're young. It's hard, man. You know, it's hard when you're young, trying to find like the perfect girl and like you know you want to be. Some people do it at high school, you know, but
oh,
you
yeah,
can ask them
definitely.
how hard it was, how hard it was. But I
Right.
feel like it's easier when you're an adult and you're an actual adult, right? You're not playing games, and you know what you
Right.
want, and you know what the other person wants, and it works out better, right? And
Right.
it's more of a it's a smoother ride, right?
Transition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a smooth transition than ups and downs like roller coasters. Of course, you're gonna go through ups and downs, but the ups and downs aren't gonna be like ups and downs, like crazy things that happen. You know, it'll be like
Right.
disagreements or arguments or you're not seeing eye to eye on certain things and not being on the same page, but you work through it, right? Because you're
Right.
committed and what's the word that you do that you say?
I know what you're talking about. I have it there too. I just
Yeah, it's like you guys
compromise.
agree on thing. Forget the word.
Would it be a compromise?
Compromise. There it is. Yep, that's the word.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
Compromise for 100, please.
Yeah, you got the
The Jeopardy.
right. If you were in a game show, I'd call you. I'd be like, "What's the word, bro? What's the word?"
Yeah. What's up? Got one of my kids that just walked in,
Oh yeah.
letting them go by. Jaden, the oldest one, you know.
J Dog.
J Dawn, J Dog,
Just trying to keep the
J
tradition
Hizzy,
like A Dog, J Dog. You know.
J Hizzy, staying busy.
Woo! That's the one right there.
You know.
Yeah, man.
But
Well, no, well, that's
yeah,
what it is,
like you
man.
said though,
But I think that's well said, for sure.
yeah, definitely a compromise, right?
Yeah.
Give and take.
So I wanted to
You know.
talk to you about. Have you seen the latest Matrix trailer or no?
Hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about
Yes.
that.
Let's talk about the Matrix, baby.
The Matrix.
Are you taking the red pill or you taking that blue pill? You trying to stay asleep or you trying to wake up
In the trailer
like
though,
a
he was
sleep sheep,
asleep.
baby?
He was asleep and he had to re-wake up. It was like the machines were trying to keep him asleep because they knew he was the one. And I think that's
Yeah,
gonna be the
you
movie.
talking
Is
about
like
the?
he's breaking
You
out
talking?
again, and it's gonna
He's
start.
breaking out again.
That's what it's called, Matrix Resurrection, right? That's what it's called. Yeah,
Um.
Matrix Resurrection.
Well, yeah, you got the laptop handy, so let's use it.
No, I think it is though for sure. Cause he's like
Yeah,
confused.
it
I know.
is. Matrix Resurrections trailer. I
Yep,
just looked it up
Resurrection,
on
baby.
Google.
Because he's like he knows. He's like something's up. Something's funny here, and the machines are trying to keep him under with that blue pill.
That blue pill, yeah. Don't fall asleep with
Don't take the
that
NyQuil, baby.
NyQuil,
Take the
baby.
DayQuil.
Take that Dayquil.
Woo!
Take that Dayquil.
So yeah, that one's gonna be good. We should definitely go watch that one for sure.
Yeah,
Because I
for
know
sure.
we've been fans since day one. So
Yeah, and I wanted to emphasize on something. I know we haven't been hanging out,
yeah,
for a while. It's been a few years. We've just been busy with life, right? But through
Yeah.
all that, we've never lost touch. We've never lost communication. It is frustrating because sometimes you're like, man, I want to watch the fights with my best friend, my brother.
oh, I'm still your best
So
friend. That's nice, man.
yeah, I mean,
You're my.
some days
You're
I
still
want
my
to
best
choke
friend.
you out.
Don't
but
tell my wife. No, I'm just joking.
Some days I want to choke your ass out, but that's okay. Nah, I'm just
Don't
playing.
tell my wife.
That's okay. My wife is also my best friend,
Right.
But
And that's okay,
know?
man. Because at the end of the day, she's your best friend, but I'm your twin.
yeah,
So I still win. Tell her that, by the way, when you see her.
that's
Or
fine. You
I'll
guys
tell
can
her.
duke it out.
I'll tell her when
She has a she has a hard left cross, baby.
Oh,
Just letting you know. Just be careful. Nah, I'm
yeah,
just
it's
playing.
fine. If she signs the waiver, I'm hitting them. Sign the waiver. Let's go. Nah,
For a couple minutes.
I
No,
still
but,
wouldn't sign it. I'm good, bro. I'm just joking. I'd never do that.
Definitely that trailer looks good. That Matrix Resurrections. I definitely want to see it. But what I was
Yeah.
trying to emphasize on, I feel like we do that a lot. We lose track of what we're trying to say because we're so involved in the conversation and just
ADHD,
talking.
baby.
But it's like, what was I trying to say? It's because I've become more of a family man, right?
Yeah.
Got the little ones running around, got the wife and everything. Just trying to be more of a family man, be there, be present, right? Like our dad was, or our our stepdad was.
Yeah.
I call him my dad. I call him my pops. That's just how I seen him, and
Mhm.
I see him. So, but yeah, like our dad was and our mother was. Just trying to be a dad. It's fun. I enjoy every moment of it. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you wanna throw him out the window, hang him out the window sometimes. But obviously that's a figure of speech. Yeah, but
Like Michael
they're
Jackson
great. They're great.
when he threw his baby out the window.
Blank. What?
Abner,
Blanket?
no.
Michael, what you doing?
Nah,
Michael
but
lost it, huh?
I understand though, man. I get it. Life happens, but when we do hang out, it's just like how it used to be. So it's not a big deal.
Right.
I understand.
I guess what I'm trying to say with that is, we just gotta make time to hang out.
Yeah.
Just make time. Hey, what do you want to do? Oh, let's plan this. Let's plan that. So you want to plan on watching that movie? Let's go watch it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
No, I definitely want to watch that movie, even if it's not together, but at least watch it because it's gonna be good, So that's definitely something I'm interested in. I just wanted to see if you saw it because I got super excited when I saw it. I'm like, yo, he's back.
Yeah, I was
baby.
not expecting that. I did not know that was coming out
Yeah, because at the
until I saw
end,
the trailer.
I don't know if you remember, at the end of Revolutions, I think it was the third one. The machines take him.
Matrix 3.
The machines take him
Title.
at the end, and I'm like, yo, where's Neo? And everyone's asking, like, where's Neo? He saved the world, the Matrix, blah, blah, blah.
Matrix 3 Revolutions.
Revolutions, yeah, I was right.
So this one is Matrix Resurrections.
Resurrection, yeah.
So yeah, at the end, go ahead, keep emphasizing on that.
Yeah.
I was just looking it up with the laptop handy, baby.
Have you seen the movie? I'm just talking about movies. Like, if anyone knows me, they know me, and they know that I love movies. I collect movies. I have like thousands of movies, bro. And
I remember when
love
we used to
movies.
live in Mattapan, and you had this enormous bookshelf with I want to say close to 500 DVD movies.
Oh yeah, that was
And
back
I literally
then,
used
too.
to go down there to your room and be like, "Yo, can I rent a movie?"
Yeah, it's like
And you used to have like a little list,
Blockbuster.
like, "All right, which one are you renting now?" And it was cool, it was a nice little experience.
Yeah.
And then you go get your movie, you go up to your room and you watch the movie with some popcorn and just chill.
Right.
And it was fun, man.
Yeah, it was fun. I
Do
love.
you still have all those DVDs?
Yeah, I still have them. I love having the physical, like, disc, the physical copy. And
Yeah.
like now I'm transitioning more to like digital because everything's streaming and stuff. It's just easier, more portable, right? But I still have all those DVDs, man. But yeah, man, I love movies. Like, that's my thing.
That's what's up, man. I love movies too. I think that's how I fell in love with acting, was watching
Yeah.
all those movies and just kind of being like, I can do this.
Yeah.
This is not hard. I can do this. We used to take drama in high school and or was it middle school and elementary school?
Yeah,
We used to do drama
I
in
think we
plays.
were Martin Luther King too in one play.
Yeah,
It's like, I
Martin Luther
have a
King.
dream. But our voice was
damn, they
that
couldn't-
one day.
They couldn't find a darker kid.
Well, we're the darkest ones, man.
But we killed it. We
All
killed
the
it.
other kids were white. We're the only like tan ones. Like, yeah, that's Martin
I
Luther
have a
King.
dream someday.
I felt like Martin Luther King. I was
You
like,
did.
yeah.
You did good. And you had the little three-piece suit.
Three-piece suit with the little glasses.
remember the comb over? The little comb over.
That's when we had nice hair. Woo!
That's when we had that nice hair, baby.
The waves without the do-rag. For some of y'all.
Yeah, the waves
We
with
didn't
no
need the
do-rags.
But we still wore it. We still wore the do-rag because people that wore
Oh,
the
the
do-rag
braids.
had the waves, but we wanted more of the waves. So we,
And we had the braids, baby.
We had the braids,
I remember I
too.
used to have the Iverson braids, the Snoop Dogg braids for a while.
afros.
The afros. Man, good times. Now it just shave it, baby. Just for men, shave it with
You
the
shave
Gillette
and you wear the
razors, baby.
baseball cap, baby. Woo!
That's right. Backwards too, so you can see the long forehead, baby. So you can see the wide forehead, baby, coming through.
Yeah, when they look at Abner, they're like, oh, he's got to be like 42, 43.
Right, it's like it's the wrinkles, baby. It's the no sleep. It's the grind.
I still
It's the
I still
grind,
try to
baby.
perceive like I'm young, so that's why you see me wearing all these shirts and stuff all the time. Like, oh, that kid's got
That's
to be
cool,
like
man.
28.
Yeah,
Oh, all
right.
right, yeah, I'm 28.
They see my wrinkles right here in the corners. I don't sleep.
Oh, he's
All I
40.
do
He's
is
got to
grind.
he's got to have like 5 kids already. That dude right
5
there,
kids. Look at it.
5
Is
cups
that a
of
beer
coffee a
belly?
day.
Is that a little beer belly? Hey, I'm working on it. That's what I say. It's a work in progress. Now hand me another one.
Have you seen the Escape Room, the new one?
Emphasize on that.
It's the Tournament of Champions.
Mm-mm.
Have you seen the first one?
I think I seen the one where the girl escapes
Yes. Yes.
and she like acts like she's dead. Spoiler alert, in case anybody hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
But
don't give
the
it
girl
up. Don't
acts like
give it
she's
away.
dead.
But yeah, if you've seen the first one, watch the second one. It was pretty good.
All right,
Like
I gotta check it out.
from 1 through 5 stars, I give it like 3.8, almost 4.
I definitely gotta check that out, bro, for sure.
No, it was good. I watched it. I think it was last night. I watched it, or
Well,
not last night. Before the fight, because I want to talk to you about that too. But I watched it before the fight.
All right, yeah, I definitely have to watch that movie. If you can send me it to my text message so I could check it out.
Yeah.
And you should also check out a really good show on Netflix called Clickbait.
Clickbait.
I wanted to talk about that.
I'll watch that.
It's called
right after
Clickbait.
this. I'll check it out.
It's a series of like 8 episodes,
Yeah.
but it's really good. It really grabs you, like your attention in the first show. You know.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, you could watch the trailer, you know, if you want, but it's basically like a little snippet of it is about a man that gets kidnapped,
Oh.
and they put a video on the internet saying that he's done a bunch of bad stuff, and the detectives have to figure out what's going on, and his family has to figure out what's going on, and that's where I'm gonna leave it
That's
at. So you can
interesting.
watch it.
That's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't tell me
it's-
anymore. I'm gonna watch it. I got it on my list.
Me and my girl couldn't stop watching it, bro. We watched the whole thing.
That's what I love too. I love when you can watch a show and be so into it that you just like watch it the whole way through, man. Or like
Yeah,
wanna
you don't
watch
want
it.
to stop.
Yeah, I love
Right.
that. Cause some shows on
That's
there,
what I
like
like
on
too.
Netflix, they're here to miss. But when you get into a good one, yo,
Yeah, and a few
Good.
good ones that I've watched in the past. Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Dexter.
Sons
Have
of
you seen
Anarchy.
Dexter?
Dexter's good.
Sons of Anarchy. Was good, yeah.
And another one called Better Call Saul.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta get.
It's
into
like
that.
it's part of the Breaking Bad, but it's the lawyer's side of it. So
The
there's a
lawyer's
lot of
perspective.
crazy.
Yeah, so it's like
a lot
his
of
story. You're
crazy
saying?
things. Yeah.
Oh, that's
exactly. So
interesting.
he deals with all the criminals.
Yeah,
you know?
because he's been through a lot of stuff, even on the other show. So.
And he came out with a good movie, Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, that one was like a John Wick type.
For those
movie.
of you that don't know who we're talking about,
Yeah,
I'm gonna look up the
he's
name.
a really
right
good
now.
actor. What's his name?
Let's see.
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, it's called Nobody. I'm sorry, Nobody.
Oh, Nobody. What's the actor's name?
Bob Odenkirk.
Say it
Maybe
again.
I'm saying that wrong. Bob Odenkirk.
Okay. Yeah, sounds about right.
That's from the movie called Nobody. It's an action thriller.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a good movie.
Riz is on it.
Definitely
Riz is in
recommend
the
it.
movie.
Oh, RZA, yeah.
Yeah. Riz is on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of good actors, you know. Christopher Lloyd from Back in the Future. Remember him? The mad scientist, isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah, he's in it.
I don't remember him in the movie.
I think that's his dad.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The crazy gangster old dude
Yeah. Wow.
that he's in the elderly home.
He's still doing it.
whatever.
He's still making movies.
Yeah, so it's a good watch. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Definitely check that out, guys.
I mean, I like the movie. I rate it like almost 5 stars, like 4.5.
Yeah,
My
it's one of
rating
those
system's
movies like
all over the place.
yeah.
I'm like 4.2,
No,
point
but
5, point
I like
3.
action movies. Okay, a few more action movies that I like. Crank, those are
Crank,
good.
yep.
There was another one. It's like I think it's called Dread, the new Dread.
Yep, Dread. I like
Dread.
John Wick. That one's good.
There's another one, Shoot 'em Up. I think it's
Shoot
called.
'em Up, Expendables.
It's like fast paced, Expendables.
Yeah.
A lot of good movies, man.
Crank was one of my favorites. And I also like the movie Gamer. That one was dope.
Gamer, yeah, yeah. Gerard Butler, right?
Yep. And 300
Yeah.
too, talking about Gerard Butler, man.
300.
When that movie
Man.
came out, I must have seen that movie like 3 times, bro, in a row.
Yeah, that was one of those movies. That's like, just it was so different. Just even the color grading on it.
Yeah, because I
The
think it was
reds popped.
Gladiator, Troy, and then that
Yeah.
one came out, and that one just blew everyone out the water with that one. It was just the way
With
it
the
was
slow motion
filmed,
effects.
like everything. Yeah, like you're saying, the effects, everything, man. It was great.
It just made you feel like you were in that time.
Yes.
You know, like man, that's real up close and real, gritty and just like chopping limbs off.
And it was
you
well
know?
mixed too. The movie.
Yeah, that movie was really good. Bro.
Like, so it really submerged you into the audio and the visual aspect of things. And I
Right.
think that's what really was like, wow, the wow factor for that.
Yeah.
That's definitely a one of the, like, for me, top 5 for sure of action movies.
Action movies, yeah. I mean, you always got the classics, right? Like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
Yeah.
You have the Scarface. You have,
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn's Finest. You have all those gangsta ass movies, but I feel like that's a different genre, right? Like a gangster genre, right?
Yeah, like
Gangster genre,
drama
movies.
action.
Right. This is
There's
more
more
like
dialogue.
action, thriller, maybe adventure, But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, a lot of good movies, man. I love movies, and I think it was, excuse me, I think it was because of you, like I had said earlier, because of you and the love for movies that you had and we had. That's what made me want to become an actor. And I was like, I could do this, and I still do it now. You
Yeah.
know? Maybe not as much, but I try to do it as most as I can.
Yeah. I know you've done. You showed me a lot of movies that you've done, and I think
A lot of
at
independent
around the
films,
same
yeah.
time you were acting, I went for sound design for movies, for films. So
Which is crazy.
So he
It
does
just kinda happened.
everything on the camera, right? Like you see on the camera,
Yeah.
and I'll do everything behind the scenes where it's like audio, lighting, cameras, everything. So I've learned all that,
Right.
and I have a lot of experience. And soon we're gonna be doing some projects together, which is gonna be good. It's exciting to think about.
Yeah.
Cause I always knew we were gonna do this, but now actually seeing it and seeing it come to fruition, right? That he has a lot of
Right.
experience acting, and I have a lot of experience behind, the acting and things like that. I mean, even though I feel like I can act if I really want to, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not my thing.
I know you can.
It's not my thing. Like,
I know you can.
I always messed
Yeah.
around with my brother. Like we would always say like movie quotes to each other and.
Yeah.
Working. Yeah. You remember when we used to work at Target? We used to pop up on each other and just see a movie quote like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah.
You know.
Will Ferrell is, man, he's one of my favorite for comedians. Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's just crazy.
Yeah, he's funny.
Step Brothers, awesome movie.
Step Brothers.
I Love
Get
You, Man.
Hard.
It's not Will Ferrell, but that's a good movie.
Oh yeah, I Love You, Man. That's one of the classics for me, for sure. That one's funny.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, so we saw the fights yesterday. We saw them. So talk about that, man.
Legends 2. So
Legends
we
2.
had yeah. Let me just so let me see.
This is what I'm gonna say. I felt bad for Holyfield, bro.
I don't think he belonged in there, and
He didn't belong in there, bro. Like, come on, man.
I think
That's an old dude.
Belfort is like 40, right?
Belfort's a beast, bro. Like he shouldn't have been. He should have been fighting like Tito Ortiz or something, But Anderson Silva rocked the crap out of that dude.
And I don't even think that he should have even fought Tito Ortiz. I feel like Tito Ortiz should have fought Evander Holyfield. They looked like they were in the same age,
Exactly.
same, range,
Yeah.
Um, so let's look up uh, Belfort's age, right? His name's Victor Belfort. So he's 44 years old, right?
Yeah.
Now let's look
It's
up
pretty young.
Holyfield's age. I think he's in his 50s.
He's like 58, bro.
So 44 and 58.
Yeah.
That's almost 10 years, bro.
That's
You know?
almost 60. Let's just say that. Pause real quick. 58.
All right, so
That's 60 years old.
that's almost 20 years.
So
Let's say 40 and
Victor
60
Belfort was beating on an elderly, bro. That's elderly
on an
abuse.
elderly.
And then he was
So
like,
I
"Yeah, I beat
felt-
the champ." It's like you didn't beat no champ, bro. Like,
I felt bad for Holyfield, like you said. Though.
yeah, I give
I feel
Victor
like he didn't belong in
Victor
there.
credit, you know, where it's due, but it wasn't even a fight, bro. Evander Holyfield, I think, threw
Yeah.
one punch, maybe two.
I think Victor Belfort should have fought Anderson Silva because he's 46,
Right, that makes more sense.
and he looked his age in there. He looked, like he still got it.
But I think for me, it's like Triller is like, man, what fights can we get? You know, because we're a fighting company and we're not making a lot of noise, so let's put some big names out there. But they're putting all the olders, all the old people out there, and it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'll
called
watch,
Legends,
I'll watch it to watch it because there's nothing else to watch. But if there was a UFC event,
right.
and I think I
I
probably
mean,
go with that.
that's why they do it when there is no UFC events. you know?
Right.
And I just gotta say, I've never been a fan of Oscar De La Hoya. I feel like he's just always been just a horrible person with a lot of things that people say. I don't know him personally, but
Yeah.
just from everything that you hear, and that was kind of grimy of him doing what he did to Holyfield. I feel like he set him up in a way.
Yeah, because
Maybe
I feel like he knew Victor Belfort was a beast, and he wasn't even in shape. Oscar De La Hoya, so he's like, dude,
he was sick.
I'm gonna
He
act
got
like I
COVID.
got the COVID and get out
I
of
mean,
this
maybe he
real
did.
quick.
Maybe he did, but it almost felt like he pulled out. Let me pull out because I'm not ready.
Right, and then Evander Holyfield takes the hit for it. That's not right.
Evander takes the hit, an elderly man, almost 60.
Right, and ruins his
the
legacy.
hit.
To me, he didn't ruin his legacy on that fight. Let's just
Nah.
put that out there. Evander
60.
Holyfield is still one of the greatest fighters of all time. But that's like LeBron
Yes.
James playing right now against Magic Johnson or Michael
gonna
Jordan. Like Michael Jordan is almost 60. LeBron James is gonna dunk on that dude. Like, you know, off the backboard and everything. And that's what Victor Belfort did pretty much.
Yeah.
You could see it in the speed, the foot movement, the speed.
Yeah, just the jabs too.
Yeah, he was
The
like
jabs
really
weren't
slow. He
quick,
was
they
like,
weren't popping.
yeah.
That's why, even though Tito Ortiz is 46 years old, right?
Yeah.
He looked very bad in there.
Yeah.
His jabs were slow.
Well,
he was just stuck in like mud, like quicksand. Like
Anderson
he just
Silva takes very good care of his body, bro. Very good care of
Yeah,
his
bro.
body. Where he's still training as a UFC fighter, still eating as a UFC fighter. Tito Ortiz retired, stopped fighting, and then he wanted to fight Chuck
Got
Liddell,
fat.
knowing that he could beat Chuck Liddell, because that's what some people do. They go into a fight knowing that, especially someone like him, knowing that he's gonna win, you know. And he thought he was gonna win against Anderson Silva because he's seen him on the UFC, you know,
break
not
his
doing
leg
so good.
and lose a few fights.
But you put him in boxing, acha, man. Forget about it, bro.
It's all hands. All you
Yeah.
got is hands in boxing.
Did you
know?
see the
Do you
knockout
have
though?
the hands?
Oh my god.
Ah man, that was embarrassing.
The Tito Ortiz.
I don't
was
feel
punching,
bad for
right?
him,
He was
though.
just going like this.
I don't feel bad for Tito Ortiz.
Just punching. I'm like, dude, put your hands up. This dude's gonna rock you like in the head. And all of a sudden, Anderson Silva comes with the hook, boom, in the face, and the dude goes. He ate the canvas.
Yep.
It was like this.
It was that first one that really got him, that really stung him. The first one, boom, right?
Yeah.
And then he missed with the second one,
Yeah.
the second punch, and then he hit him again, boom, to finish it. And that's when he hit the ropes and fell back, fell on his face.
That's the fight game, bro. But I
That's the
mean,
fight game.
overall, I
Sign on
thought
that dotted
I
line.
thought the event was pretty good. I did like the Irish fighter that fought. I forget his name. I think it was the
Irish
one
fighter.
before Silva and Tito Ortiz.
Let me look it up real quick.
There was an Irish fighter,
Legends.
but he was good. And at one point, he said he couldn't see out his. I think it was his left eye. He couldn't see, and the guy kept jabbing him, and he still won the fight. I thought that one was like the most entertaining out of all of them. I mean, besides the
Right.
knockout, from Silva. But
So
I
let me see
didn't
if I
want
can
Tito
find you.
Ortiz to win anyway. I was like, let's go Silva. And then Silva at the end's like, I follow Bruce Lee. Be like water, my friends. I'm like, hell yeah, that thing was straight up water.
I'm gonna tell you right now who was on the event. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
I have it here. I think I screenshotted it to you yesterday. So it was Holyfield versus Belfort for the main event.
Mhm.
Ortiz and Silva. Then you have Hay and what's the guy's name? Hay and Fournier. I
Mhm.
don't know if that's the one you're talking about. And then the last one was uh, Venice versus Carroll.
Maybe that's them.
So yeah, so maybe it's those. And we could probably put that up on the side, like a picture, so you guys can kind of see it.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was pretty entertaining if you didn't have anything to do and you just wanted to watch something. Cause I'm a sports fan. I love sports. So
Definitely,
if
definitely.
there's a good event, I'll watch it.
Right. Yeah. You know.
So,
Speaking of events too, the Patriots play today,
yeah,
I believe.
I'm not really a Patriots fan anymore, bro. Like since Tom Brady
Yeah,
left,
me neither. But
I like the
it's good.
Bucks now.
It's good. Oh, you switched up. I got it. I'm still a Boston fan. So
I still like the Celtics, because I like Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart. I think they're all great basketball players, and I think they'll all be Hall of Famers if they continue to, to be consistent. But I like the
yeah,
Patriots. I felt like they did
Patriots.
did Tom
Not to
Brady
cut you
dirty,
off,
dude.
but
They did him dirty, bro. Like,
yeah,
oh, you're
they did
too old, right? Basically saying you're too old, you can't play anymore. Let's put somebody new. And okay, I'm too old. He goes to the Bucks and wins the championship.
championship.
Did you see the last game, by the way, with Brady?
No, I didn't see
Oh,
the
okay. So
last game.
let me break it down to you. The
Hold on,
Cowboys.
before you say
Yeah.
something though. Before you say something, Patriots play today at 4:25 or 4:30, Eastern Standard Time against the Miami Dolphins. Just putting that out there. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch it, even if you.
Just trying to sell you the games so you can watch it.
Yeah, I didn't like how they did Tom Brady dirty, man. I feel like if he would have stayed in the
Yeah,
Patriots, they would have won another championship or two. But Bill
yeah,
Belichick has his ego's too much, man. Like it's
yeah. I
what
think
I
it
say or
is. I think
nothing,
it is.
and it's like okay, well then it's nothing. Then you win nothing now. You're gonna go nowhere.
Right.
You win nothing, and that's it.
Because I feel like as much as coaches have, a a part of winning championships, it's also the players, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a 50-50.
Yes.
Sometimes the players can make the coaches look unbelievable. You get me?
Yep.
Because they know how to play the game. They know exactly what to do. They memorize the playbooks. They know exactly where people are gonna be.
And
You
they're
know?
on the field with
Right.
that speed, right? That's so
Right.
fast, man. When you're playing that game, that it's different from you coaching than actually playing and being in that like. And we know because we're athletes. Like we've been.
Yeah.
Like when your coach says ISO, ISO, you know you're gonna cook that dude and go straight to the basket and make a bucket. And
Right.
he knows that, but you don't know how fast you see it. And you
Right.
know the moves that you're gonna do, the plays like you're saying, the plays that you're gonna do. So I mean,
Right. And something like you say, you have to improvise, right?
yeah.
You can't just be like, all right, throw it to number 2, number 3. No, they you can't throw it to them. So now what?
Yeah, I feel like a coach's
You
job
know?
is to, hey, this play might work, right? This is
Right.
probably the best play, right, that you
It's
can
available.
use to
Right.
score or to go upfield or whatever the case is. But as a player, you know that defense. You've been playing that defense for a long time. And someone like Tom Brady, dude,
Right.
and
The GOAT, the greatest of all time.
right. And this is a perfect example why, like in the Cowboys game, the Cowboys were about to win.
Is that last game
The
you're
last
talking
game,
about?
yeah. The Cowboys were about to win. I think it was 28 or 29 to something. And they were losing by like 4 or 3 or something like that. Or 2, maybe 2, sorry. So Cowboys were up. Tom Brady gets the ball. I think it's like a minute and a half, you know? He snaps
Mm-hmm.
it. He brings them upfield. the coach calls the play. Now there's like, I don't know, 30 seconds or 40 seconds. He says, "Nah, I'm gonna call a different play," to the coach. He calls the other play. I think it was a shotgun or something. He brings it upfield, right, and now gives the team an opportunity, the kicker, to win the game by like 3 points or something. And
Right.
they only had like, I don't know, 10 seconds left. So in the matter of a minute, he won the game, just with
Right.
right. And man, it
And
was
that's
a
all
good game.
experience, right?
The Cowboys,
That's
I thought the
experience.
Cowboys were gonna win though. I'm like, oh man, it was close.
Yeah, and I feel like the Cowboys have always been a hard game, right? It's kind of like you in NBA facing the Lakers, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Or the Spurs.
you know they're going to be tough, no
Yeah.
matter what. They might not win that year, but it's going to be tough. The Cowboys is like a household name for NFL.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, Thursday night football,
Yeah.
with the Cowboys.
They have a
so-
record, bro. It's like, it's good, man.
Right.
You know that it's gonna be tough, like you're saying. Like, it's
Right.
like another team you could play, like the USA Olympics, bro. Like
The USA team is going to win gold for basketball.
most of the time, because this
You know,
year was trash.
Most of the time.
Oh man, did they
I
win
did
gold
not pay
this year?
attention to that. I don't know.
I think
can
they
look it
did,
up,
but it was close. I think they did,
Let's
but it was
see.
close.
USA basketball.
Because Durant was sucking it hard, bro. He didn't want to play.
Olympics 2021. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they won. Like, it was close. I think they won gold.
Let's see right now. Did they win gold? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It says yes.
Barely, but they won.
For basketball.
Yeah.
They won two gold medals.
Hmm.
Basketball is one of them, though. Yeah. I mean, ever since that dream team with Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the NBA, the USA team with the NBA players has just been dominating ever since.
But I still feel like they should have put Isaiah Thomas in that team, though. That was wrong.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Isaiah Thomas was one of the best point guards in that era, bro, and they did him dirty.
But when a lot of people don't like you, and if they're not gonna play, if five legend players are not gonna play because one player wants to play, who are you gonna take? You're gonna go with the five legends, right?
Yeah, that's a whole
Over
bunch
the
of like
one.
egos, though, bro, man. Like that's wrong. And then you
Yeah,
think
man.
back on it, it's like it could have been way better, like but.
Right.
Then you
Right.
put someone like Christian Laettner, and he was good, but I'd replace him with Isaiah Thomas any day.
Right. Any day.
Yeah.
Nasty.
But yo, talking about the Patriots, Cam Newton's out of the Patriots, right?
Yeah. They let him go.
How do you feel about that?
I think they should have kept him, man. I think Cam Newton is gonna be a Hall of Famer. I think he will be one of the best. Did he want to play there? Probably not. It's hard to deal with Belichick, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
when-
Bill Belichick
he-
is like, what's this dude from the Spurs, the head coach? Greg Popovich. It's kind of like that.
He expects perfection. It's like, no, you're not gonna have a perfect game every game.
Yeah.
You get me? Some days you're gonna be off,
Mhm.
but I think with Cam Newton, he's never been consistent. Like game after game after game after game.
I feel like-
he'll probably have like 3 good games and 1 really bad game.
But I feel like this is how I know some players are, because this happened to Steve Francis and all that. When you're in a team, right? And it happened to DeRozan too. When you're in a team and you have loyalty to that team, like he had to the Panthers and DeRozan had to the Raptors, when they trade you, you lose that motivation because you don't see it as a
Yeah.
business. You see it as like, yo, I love this team. I'm loyal to the city. And when they kick you out because it's all just business, you lose that drive, you lose that motivation, and it's like you almost lose love for the game, bro.
You know what though, and not trying to talk smack about the Patriots, but maybe the Patriots didn't want a black dude playing quarterback. They wanted the white dude.
I mean, he is good
You
though.
get me?
He's a good quarterback, but I don't think he's a Cam
That's just me
Newton.
saying it. I mean, people might be like, oh, don't talk like that. Whatever. I'm gonna say how I feel. You know? Maybe they didn't want the black dude. They didn't want Cam Newton. They didn't want the brother. They wanted the white dude. You know,
Yeah.
the next white dude up. It's like, all right, but Cam Newton is a beast. You got to give it to him, man. You can't discredit anything that he's done. You get me?
Yeah, and I feel bad for players like that because it's almost like the same story like it happened to Stephon Marbury. Remember in the NBA
Yeah.
when he left? Like he was one of the elite players in the NBA. Stephon Marbury.
Yeah.
And he went to China and he won a championship there and like if you know his story, it's a really like it's tough, man, to swallow cuz it's like, man, like he went from playing with Kevin Garnett to then playing
Yeah.
with I think the Phoenix Suns at one point and then
Rookie of the year.
Rookie
Yeah.
of the he was awesome, dude.
Nasty.
And he was like Iverson, right? You could say he was like
Yeah.
Iverson. He had the crossover, the jump shot, the three-pointer, everything. And then he won a championship in China and like his legacy continued over there because Chinese people love NBA. They love the NBA. If it wasn't for China, the NBA wouldn't be what it is today. And let's be real. That's what it is, man. You know. And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like it's sad to see like player when that happens to players, man. Like I don't know. It bothers me in a way because it's like they have so much talent and then they're just like, "Oh, you don't want to play by our rules or whatever and this and that. See you later, kid." It's just the business.
Right.
You're like expendable to them, you know?
Right.
Regardless of your talent and what you can bring to the team and like same thing with Carmelo Anthony, you know? And also, I think,
Right.
I mean, it might have to do with all the egos too, because as a player, you have to put all that stuff aside and play as a team. But when you know you're the best player on the team,
Right.
why didn't they do that to
So-
Michael Jordan?
I don't think that Stephon Marbury won Rookie of the Year, but he was definitely a top point guard and top rookie. You know, at least top 5, top 10 for that year, for that 1996 NBA draft, because I believe somebody else might have won it. But
Who won it?
I mean, he was definitely great. You know,
Who was the?
96 NBA Rookie of the Year. Let's see. Damon Stunnemeyer. Remember
Yeah.
him? Damon Stunnemeyer.
Damon Stunnemeyer, bro.
Mighty Mouse.
He was another
Mighty
one.
Mouse from the Raptors.
And
bro.
what happened to him? He went to the Blazers after that. I never heard from him
And
anymore.
that's it. That was it. You know.
But yeah, that's what happens to some players, and it's unfortunate, man, because they have so much talent, and
Yeah. I mean, it is a business. You know. Are you gonna produce for me? Cause I'm paying you millions of dollars.
Yeah, but they're
Are you gonna
making like
produce for me?
hundreds of millions off your back, bro.
Of course, but it's like I'm paying you millions. Are you gonna produce for me? Are you gonna win games?
Yeah.
No. Then see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be here? See you later.
That's how it is, though. That's the business.
Another NBA basketball player I feel really bad for a while was Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I mentioned him, man.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony, man.
But he had a lot of ego,
Stuff.
too, bro.
Yeah, he didn't want to come off the bench, but it's like you're not Carmelo Anthony anymore. You're
You're mellow.
Carmelo.
I like how you said it. You're Carmelo, you know?
Yeah, you're not Mello. You're not. Oh, Mello, he's nasty, right? You're
You're the
Carmelo.
older version. You're like Jordan back in the Wizards, Melo. All right? Sit your ass down, bro.
when he missed the dunk.
Even then, maybe not, because
Off the
Jordan
rim.
was nasty in the Wizards.
was
Everyone had
pretty
his
good at
jersey.
Wizards.
Everyone had his jersey.
People thought he was gonna win 3 more.
Yo, I don't know, man. I might have to get the Brady jersey after. If he wins this year, I'm getting the Bucks Brady jersey. And I'm going to get you one too,
Hey.
Patriots fan.
All right, I'll hold you to that. You know,
Yeah, we'll go together.
but make sure it's a Brady Patriots jersey, baby. Yeah, that's all I like. The only team I feel that I don't wear is the Chicago Bulls. That has to do with Boston. But I like all Boston teams, even though I don't really watch hockey and baseball like that.
Yeah.
But I support the Boston, the Mass teams. You know,
hmm
so Boston all the way.
So one last thing before, because it's been an hour, so I think that's good. One last
definitely.
thing before the podcast is over. I wanted to shout out my sister on her birthday coming up.
Yes.
The
Shout out.
13th.
Shout out Enid on your birthday. Love you, sis. Happy birthday. Many blessings, many more years of life, and just, it's beautiful to just see the woman that she has become. Such a great and wonderful woman. Happy birthday, sis. I love you.
Yeah, happy birthday, sis. Love you. So just wanted to shout you out. And also,
We'll be texting you.
yeah, we'll text you and call you. And also,
I'll
just
sing you happy
wanted to
birthday.
shout out her Zoe Lemons. What is that? The company she has.
Uh,
Sorry, brain fart.
yeah, go ahead.
Zoe
Yeah.
Lemons. So if you need your house or room organized and or designed by a professional, go to Zoe Lemons. Your house will go from plain to wow. So shout out to Zoe Lemons. Then that's Enid, by the way. Enid Dormis.
Enid
Now it
Kalo.
used to be Kalo, but now it's Dormis. So
Oh yeah, Enid Dormis.
check it out.
Zoe Lemons.
ZoeLemons.com.
Yes, and the link will be in the description below, guys.
Yeah, we'll put the link. So yeah, I think
All right.
that's a
Great.
wrap.
That's a wrap. Blessings to everybody. May God bless you guys, And thanks for watching, guys. And I'm signing off. Peace out.
All right, guys. God bless. And yeah, man, episode 2. So stay tuned for the next one. Blessings.
Peace.
Peace.